We are now going to go over how to remove the fire control unit from the new HK CC9. Could be a little bit tedious at first, but we're going to try to get the hang of it. Gonna always check that the gun is clear first, which it is. I'm going to rotate the takedown lever into the vertical position like so. Remove the slide, put the slide aside for now. You do have a little pin there that you have to punch out, and you also have your takedown lever that has to be removed. So let's do that. Remove the takedown lever, right? Now we're going to grab a small little punch and we're going to punch that pin right out. Excuse the shaking of the table. If it doesn't come out all the way, grab a pair of needle nose pliers. Pull that pin right out. We're going to drop it into our roll of duct tape or blue painter's tape there. If you have an armorer's block, that works too. Now we're going to grab the trigger, press it slightly, and bring it upward. I'm going to carefully remove this without adding any pressure to any of the internal parts of the FCU. So there you go. There's your module. And here's your FCU. There's the serialized part. So this is technically your firearm. And when you go to reinsert the FCU, it's going to go backwards first. So that this piece here goes here, right? That's your little viewing window for the serial number. You have to press the trigger in. There we go. Make sure it's all the way seated. And there's the little recoil spring guide. It's that little piece of plastic here. It has to be in the right spot. If it moves or falls out, it just sits there loosely. You got to just put it back in and make sure it doesn't move around on you. Because when you put the roll pin back in, it's going to hold the front, right? It's going to roll right underneath. That pin's going to come right underneath this part here, keeping that in place. So it's very important. This is where it gets a little frustrating if you didn't know about that. So all we're going to do is grab our pin, make sure the FCU stays in. I'm going to get it started here. It's almost to the point where we can now insert it the remaining distance with the punch. There you go. And hopefully we did that right. If you didn't do it right, you're not going to be able to put this in. And this is still pretty tricky. So you got a little slot there. This little piece is going to go into that slot. So nice and simple up to this point. Okay. There we go. Should be able to move it back down to 6 o'clock like so. Now we are going to reacquire our slide, line up the rails with the tracks, lock the slide to the rear, grab that takedown lever, rotate it to the horizontal position, and make sure to do a function test. Make sure everything has been lined up and reinstalled correctly. You could also grab an empty magazine, make sure that the slide lock lever works. It does. We're good to go. So that's how you're going to remove the FCU from the new HK CC9 and reinstall it using simple tools like these. If this was helpful, please let us know in the comments. Also, please follow us on Instagram at CT Pistol Class. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time. Stay safe.